Can you tell me how did you work in this character? Like, is there anything specific that you thought of when you worked on basically creating him?
Yeah, so it was an important audition for me for a lot of reasons. One of them is because I'm pretty sure that part was more or less cast already out of LA, and I was in Texas, right? I did not live in LA. I have a place in LA now that I spend time at, but at the time when I got this role, I was still in Texas, and it's a series regular role. So they were looking to people who had experience, right, out of LA. And a local casting director told the director, Dallas Jenkins, oh, you got to come and see this guy for this other role. You got to come and see this guy for this other role. And he obliged, which is crazy, like nuts that he gave me the time of day, but he did. I would later learn that he's an incredible creative collaborator. And I think people who are that open and that expressive, they do things like see people they shouldn't see. They just check it out, right? Well, what's the harm? I read the script and I liked the script and I liked the character a lot. But I showed up on the day and he was there, which is crazy that the director of the show was going to be there. But okay, that showed me, he's like, I don't really want to do what we've written. I don't want to do like a lazy, disinterested Roman. Do you have any other ideas? And Andre, because I'd sort of gotten so used to disregarding scripts and doing my own thing, I was like, yeah.
I already know.
Yeah, let's try this. Let's make him like a really intense bureaucrat. Let's make him like a rule follower. Let's make him like he's ambitious and wants to do something with his career. He really thinks he's bringing law and order to the savages out here in the wilds, right? Yeah. And he was like, all right, try that. And the thing is, like, I asked him if we could do some different lines. He's like, no, do the same lines, but just do them like this other person. Yeah. And I was like, okay, yeah. I sort of primed my skills of improvising and thinking outside of the box of the script, and it came in very handy for right now, what is the most important gig to me. Yeah. And that prepped me for that. So on the day when I was there with Dallas, I was used to doing something that was different. I was used to taking the lines and taking them in a different direction. I was used to saying, okay, all the homework that you were doing, like, throw it away. Let's do something else. I had kind of primed myself for that. So we got to play, and we really did play. We played for like 20 minutes, just doing 30 minutes, doing this new thing that we were both making in the moment.
And that's an audition.
Yeah, that was the audition.
2030, like, it's almost like a workshop, basically. Yeah,
it was. Nice. It was crazy. Like,
that's great.
After that, and he's a funny guy. Like, he doesn't say action. He says, "Here we play," which, like, because I was in that moment, I was playing because we were making something new. Yeah. At that moment, I thought, like, it kind of doesn't matter if I get the part or not. Like, I had a really good time today. I really just had a ball, and it was a shock when I got the part. I was like, wait, they were really going to use me? Nice. All right. So did it, and I've had a great time doing it. But some of the stuff that, like, stayed with it. So in those moments of play, he's like, we're not going to do a lazy guy, right? And I was like, okay, so we're going to do someone who's, like, really, really forward leaning. You know what I mean? Real detail oriented. Yeah. So when I was doing that affected how I was performing it, right? Like, that character over enunciates and tries to be proper all of the time, and all of that stuff. Like, so I made it in everything that he does, right? Is like this sort of, like, it's really manicured, right? He's trying to, like, present something, and that stayed, right? That stayed for the show, right? That's who Quintus is, and that wasn't a thing that I did on my own. That was something that happened in the room because he said, let's try something else. Yeah,
nice. What I noticed with Quintus is his laugh.
Yeah.
The laugh is specific, and I'm pretty sure it's on purpose, because, like, he laughs, like, there are a few scenes about he laughs, like, with, like, surprise, like, oh my God, you can't be this naive.
Yeah. I think people like it too. And with something like that, because it's sort of a different laugh, right? Like, it's a very Quintus specific laugh. When you present something like that, you're like, okay, I don't know how to say this. I wanted that to be something that would be, like, memorable for the audience to latch on to this guy. Trying to be memorable is a dangerous game, right? That could have been so fake that no one bought it, right? It could have been awful. Stuff like that when you're like, all right, I'm gonna give him a trademark laugh. That is like dangerous territory.
Yeah.
But I trusted everyone around me. I was like, if this is crappy, they'll tell me. And they would, right? Dallas is very good at that. And be like, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, well, it's good you tried.
Exactly. He would have been kind about it. But I did it, and I got some giggles from the crew who were working it. And I was like, okay. And I kind of looked at Dallas, and he was like, all right, let's do it, you know? But I stuck it in there, and it's lived, you know? Anytime I can kind of plug that laugh in, you know, I do.
Yes, Dominus. My dog guards it while I'm away.
Oh, Matthew, you are a priceless treasure. Of course you have a dog.
Nice, I love it.